Hi, I'm John Isaacs. I'm a chartered engineer and I run the gym equipment maintenance training courses. If you're interested in these courses, then stick around for this video because I'll give you a little bit of an insight into my background, how the courses came around, tell you how the courses are structured and what you could potentially gain from doing the courses. So first of all, I'm an engineer and I've been an engineer for way too long, probably nearly 40 years, I would say now, and I've been in the fitness trade 20 years. So I started off my career as an apprentice. I ended up designing and building machines and sort of migrated and found myself in the fitness marketplace, servicing and maintaining gym machines. This is both in the home environment and also in commercial gyms. In fact, all over the place. You might be surprised as to where gym machines actually end up. But through my business, which is Norfolk Associates in the UK, we became really one of the UK's leading independent service providers for the fitness trade. We had contracts with people like Cybex, Milan, Johnson Health Tech Matrix. We were doing work for the Gym Group, Pure Gym, David Lloyd, all sorts of people who you may be familiar with, but also we were going to private properties, private residences where people perhaps just got one domestic treadmill, and we were working on those as well. So the course came around really because I was very keen for our technicians to be able to do the job competently and safely. And when we started, there really wasn't anything. There wasn't a training course at all to do this. And a lot of people then, and a lot of people now, kind of get into the trade and they really learn sort of hands-on on the job, really. And I think there is a potential where some people perhaps come from different backgrounds, and some of the aspects of gym equipment maintenance is quite specialist, even I've found. So the course came around to bridge that gap, and the course as it is today is really based on that 20 years worth of experience, and it's been distilled into a course where anybody from any background, as long as you've got some sort of basic dexterity, you're good with your hands, let's say, you've generally got an interest in machines, perhaps curious as to what's going on under the covers, then this course is potentially for you. In fact, one of the best successes that I had with our technicians was when we recruited a hairdresser. I remember at the time I felt I was really taking a risk, but this lady had really, really good skills with her hands, obviously, being a hairdresser. She had amazing people skills, which is really important, especially if you go into lots of different places. And I trained her, and she became honestly one of the best technicians we ever had. She was garnering 5-star Google reviews. We had amazing feedback, and I think because she was female as well in what I think is a very male-dominated marketplace, then she really stood out. But she was very, very competent, and perhaps one of the best technicians we actually had. She actually left the business ultimately, which is a real shame for us. And went on to a career profession, really, with BT, British Telecom, here in the UK. And to the best of my knowledge, she's still there. She's helping them with their internet, broadband, fibre services, and has been very successful. So this could be an opportunity for you. Let me tell you a little bit about the course. It's actually broken down into 3 levels. So level 1, if you're a complete beginner, well, level 1's for you. Okay, you don't need any previous experience other than what I said before, a bit of an interest, and generally you might feel you're good with your hands. That is a 6-hour course. The level 2, which actually is our most popular course, is that's a 12-hour course, and that is really suitable for people who perhaps are gym staff or a gym owner in one site, or maybe a franchise where you've got a number of sites, but essentially it's similar kind of equipment. In other words, there's a level of predictability here with perhaps the kind of equipment you would expect to see on a daily basis. And the level 2 gets you to a point where you're able to do basic repairs, you're able to do frontline servicing, and you're able to be like the person effectively on site, on call, to deal with any problems and prevent any problems before they occur. Now, that could be really beneficial because that can shorten the time. At the moment, it might be you're calling third-party service providers, or you might be tied into a contract. which is fine. But often there's a lead time in that when you report a problem, you have to wait before the technician will actually get to site. Then the technician will diagnose the problem. Hopefully they'll fix it, but not all the time. It's sometimes they then have to order parts. So you could be into a number of, well, potentially weeks, or in worst case scenarios, perhaps months before a problem is really properly addressed. So with a level 2, you're able to deal with that, and you're able to order the parts. You're able to fit those parts as soon as they come in, and you're able to deal with both the servicing, in other words, the prevention of faults, but also, it's not a perfect world, faults do occur. When they occur, you'll be able to be at the front line and dealing with those, and hopefully save some money and save some time, and make sure that equipment's available for your customers. Now the level 3. The level 3 is a further 12 hours. So if you were to start at the beginning of the course, let's say do level 1, 2, and 3, so you're into 30 hours of learning here, which you could do in a block, or you could split it out over a period of time to suit your learning style. But the level 3 is really for people who want to be professionals in this sort of business, perhaps running your own business as a sole trader or as part of a service provider, or you're going to a lot of different sites. You're seeing a whole range of different equipment that you don't have any control over. You could be seeing equipment that you've never seen before. Believe it or not, even in 20 years in this business, I still see equipment that I've never seen before. But with the level 3, you've got the ability to work it out, because we're dealing with how these machines work, why they do the things they do. And when you break it down to that sort of level, you start to see that actually the engineering and the science behind it all is all very standard. And even though the machine might look unfamiliar, actually, once you work out what's going on, the chances are it's very predictable and very similar to something else you would have seen before. And of course, you'll learn all the skills along the way, such as how to deal with faulty bearings, how to deal with noises, how to change parts, how to do root cause diagnosis. And again, with the level 3, it is very much about preventing problems in the first place. So you'll be able to explain to your customers and what they should be doing, and perhaps help them through this process of maintaining equipment so that it doesn't fail in the first place. So those are the 3 courses. You can choose to have those delivered in person. So for example, this could be at a gym that's local to you, or some sort of facility that you're familiar with, and we can do the course there at your premises, or premises that you choose. If you don't have those sort of contacts, that's fine. I've got contacts all around the UK, and in fact, I've got contacts all around the world who can help us identify potentially a local venue to you, who would be more than happy to help run the course. Of course, there's a benefit for them, because they would also get a free gym inspection, a free service, and potentially some repairs as well as part of the bargain. So I tend to find that finding a venue isn't too much of a challenge. There's an online version of the course, so if actually getting face-to-face isn't practical for whatever reason, then there's an online version. It is live, so it's not just a series of videos that you watch. This is a live video session, and I will take you through the course content and show you the skills, and you can then practice that in your own time. How do you do that? Well, the easiest way I would suggest is go onto social media, go into the marketplaces, and ask for has anybody got any broken or old gym equipment that they'd like to donate, or indeed you can buy it for not a lot of money at all. You might be surprised at how easy it is to get your hands on this sort of kit. You then might be able to fix it at home and then perhaps sell it on as a repaired item. So that's a great way to learn, because it sort of takes the pressure off. You can then spread the training over a period of time to suit you, and you can practice the skills as you go in a sort of nice, safe, controlled environment, if you're perhaps worried about actually doing it live there on the gym floor, so to speak. As far as I know, this is the only course of its type in the world. I've been doing it since 2017, so it isn't a new course, although this might be the first time you've heard about it. The manufacturers, of course, do their own courses, but they only tend to train people in their own machines, and they also tend to only train people who are actually in the trade. So it's very difficult to get onto those kind of courses. I've been on those courses, and that forms a sort of benchmark for this course, and I've developed layers on top of this based on my own experience. and also the experience of working in the domestic environment and being in lots of different scenarios. I've built that experience and expertise is built into the course for you as well. With regard to the course itself and how it's delivered, I tend to avoid PowerPoints. They're incredibly boring. So a lot of the course, most of the course is actually delivered live. I will show you working on machines, how to do these things. And then if we're face to face, I will encourage you to do it and help you through the process. And if we're doing it online, then you can have a practice in your own time. At the end of the course, you'll get a standard certificate of attendance. That comes anyway. You can upgrade to a certificate of competency. To get the competency certificate, so if, for example, your employer or you want to be able to demonstrate to your customers or people you work with that you are competent, that you can actually do this to a certain standard, then the certificate of the competency is the way to go. That requires a small test and submission of some video evidence. It's pretty straightforward, but you can upgrade to that, but there's no pressure for you to do that. You can also claim CPD points, continued professional development, CPD. If that's of interest to you, then you can claim if you do the whole course, that's 30 hours of CPD points that you can log as part of your training records. The course itself is also endorsed by the Gym Safety Council in the UK. So this is a group of professionals who work in the fitness industry. Many of these professionals have actually been involved in the course, and they endorse it from first-hand experience. So hopefully that's your sort of level of confidence that there's other people around. It's not just me saying I'm an engineer and I'm an expert. There's other people around who have consumed this course, and if you want references, I'm more than happy to connect you with those people, and you can find out for yourself. So if that's of interest, that's the course. The price for the course at the moment is £85 per hour. So if you were to do the level 1, 2, and 3, then you're looking at 30 hours of training at £85 per hour per delegate. And if we're doing it face to face, you also need to factor in any travel and accommodation costs that may be appropriate. But other than that, I think that's probably enough information for now. If you do have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll put my email address at the bottom of this video, so you can just click on that and either send me an email or reach out to me on Messenger or any of the social media channels. I tend to reply within 1 or 2 days. So I think that's it. I hope that's of interest. If it is, reach out to me. Maybe I'll see you on a course in the future, and enjoy the rest of the day. All the best.